What's up, fellow humans? My name is Titanic and welcome to Piranha Plant territory. The Piranha Plant has been out for a little over a week now, and these are all the replays from the best matches that I've played with the Piranha Plant so far. I haven't played that much with the Piranha Plant, like I haven't played the whole week through, just in a few days, but it has been a lot of fun and I have gotten some really cool combos off. So yeah, we're just gonna go through all these replays here, and I'm just gonna commentate a little over them, just edit it so it won't be like the entirety of all these replays, just the highlights of them, I guess. So let's just start with the first one here, which is actually the newest one. I'm just gonna go through them in this order, so yeah, it's easier, because it just auto goes through them. I've always playing as the yellow Piranha Plant, by the way. I just like that outfit the most. And I found the most fun matches actually to be against other Piranha Plants. And also I think the most useful attacks from the Piranha Plant are the Spike Ball and that Poison Cloud there. Yeah, and the Side Smash is really powerful as well, as all of that there. With the Spike Ball, as you saw me do there, when you have the Spike Ball hovering right over your mouth again, like after you have hovered it for a while, then you can launch it even further than usually. You can like kinda, yeah, choose how far you want to shoot it. You just have to wait for a bit, time it correctly, and it's really powerful. The down special, like that. Is pretty good for when recovering, to mix up the recovery. You can also edge guard with that, but for me personally, I think the Spike Ball is more useful for edge guarding. As I did right there, I also used the Spike Ball again for mixing up my recovery. You can do that as well. And as you saw there as well, the up smash is really powerful from Piranha Plant, and it actually comes out pretty quickly. It also has small hitboxes right to the each side of the Piranha Plant, so you can like do it out of shield as well, pretty well. Although I didn't manage to do that often, partially because I don't really play that defensively most of the time. But yeah, the Poison Cloud just does extremely much damage. It's super powerful to rack up damage. It doesn't do any knockback or anything, but it does a lot of percent, a lot of damage. I'm just gonna explain quite a bit here at the beginning, of course, because everything is shown already from Piranha Plant, and then yeah, then you know what's going on. The Piranha Plant aerials have quite a bit of lag. You also saw me, wait, before I get back to the areas, you also saw me do the Spike Ball there again to like kind of catch him when he fell down. That's actually really powerful as well, because the Spike Ball actually comes out really quickly and the hitbox is immediately there. Yeah, the down special is not... the down special is not that good actually. It's just good to, like, when your enemy doesn't expect you to use it, to just confuse them a bit, I guess. Yeah, the aerials from the Piranha Plant are decently strong, but they have quite a bit of lag on them, quite a bit of delay. So the only really useful ones are the up aerial and the neutral aerial. You can see I'm at 162% there, but I still just killed him with the Spike Ball there. With the Spike Ball you can edge guard by either just throwing it over the edge directly, or just having it bounce slowly down the edge. Both can, you can mix up between them, so the enemy can't really expect it. Damn, I have to stop saying now that I'm focusing on it, because I noticed it myself, it gets even more difficult. Sorry. Okay, here we're playing against Link. Yeah, I remember this match. Link is always quite annoying, I think, to fight, because Link plays really defensively, and you have to like really make sure to not get hit by stuff. Which isn't all that difficult, I guess, but it depends on your character. I just launched the bomb back with the down special. Oh, and an important thing to note about the down special is that your hitbox actually extends all the way that you also extend. You don't get knockback, except maybe if it's a really strong attack, but you do take damage. Like if you try to snatch him with the down special. And don't get him, just right before him. Then when he actually hits your head, you actually take the damage from that, which can be really bad for you. So yeah, that's partially, yeah, okay, he got me really well with that bomb there, with the hitbox of the bomb, before I grabbed the ledge. But yeah, the down special isn't really all that strong, really. It's just good to confuse your opponent, basically. And it's really good for the, what do you call it again? Sudden death. Because then in the sudden death, you can actually just not die when the enemy hits you when you have that on. You just take damage, which you don't care about in sudden death. So you're basically invincible while you do that, while you can, but you can still hit the enemy, which is really good. You will see that as well in at least one of the matches. Yeah, I sometimes use the down aerial because the situation is just good for it, but the down aerial really isn't all that good. Often with the aerials, except up and neutral, you just land, when you try to do them really lowly, you just land before it actually starts the attack. You're like still in the charge up animation. I don't actually remember if I won this match. Probably yes, but it was really difficult, it was really close. You can see here, I have only one stock left. He has also only one stock left, but I'm at 80% damage already, and he just is at 20. I countered his bomb there with the spike ball. Yeah, another really good thing about the spike ball is that the spike ball actually deflects projectiles, which you really have to keep in mind when playing Piranha Plant, because it can be really useful, especially against especially against someone like Link with the aerials and bombs and boomerang. You can just throw the spike ball in front of you and then use it as cover. It's kind of difficult because the spike ball doesn't stay for long, but you can make it useful. Yeah, you timed that bomb again really well. I don't know how he actually angles the boomerang upwards, but he does. Oh, this is one where it comes down to the sudden death. It was at 122%. And he now, how did this go again? Nah, yeah, it was really close. And then I just grabbed him. Nice. The grab from Piranha Plant, the strongest is the up grab. Up throw, I mean. The strongest though is the up throw. And you can combo that into the spike ball, but definitely nowhere near a true combo. The enemy can rather easily get out of there if they know what they're doing. And the actual best throw is down throw, because you can do good combos out of that. But I haven't really learned the combos for that yet. So I'm basically always using the up throw. Okay, Ice Climbers here, I just knocked back the ice thing back at them with my aerial. The explosion from that aerial was because it was the back air. I didn't know how the Piranha Plant causes an explosion with the back air, but fair enough. That was actually really neat as well. The spike ball bounced off of the second ice climber onto the main one. There you see it again, the side smash is really, really powerful. Oh, also at the beginning of this match, for example, they used their little ice things as the projectiles to go along the ground. I immediately jumped down because I always charge my poison cloud at the beginning. And I usually jump down from the platform to do that. But yeah, sometimes the enemy actually has something like the ice climbers here with the little projectiles, and I have to go back up on the platform and just waste time. But it worked out anyway. You can also use the Poison Cloud really well for edge guarding, plus the Spike Ball, if you have the time for that. Because the Poison Cloud, yeah, covers a pretty large area, and the enemy will most probably favor not to touch the Poison Cloud. But it also hurts them where they're still hanging on the edge, so they have to hurry and try to jump over the Poison Cloud. And then you can, yeah, easily read that and just punish them for that. Okay, I'm at 150% exactly now. Yeah, that happened quite often for me as well. When I tried to recover with the Poison Cloud mix-up to actually like drive them away from the edge. The Poison Cloud just barely hits the edge of the stage and just stays there for some reason. Although it looks like it should have gone over. I suppose the actual hitbox for the Poison Cloud is like the complete Poison Cloud. And then when the bottom of the Poison Cloud touches the stage, it just, yeah, stays there. So you have to be quite high up to actually, yeah, send the Poison Cloud over the stage when you're off stage. Well, up on the stage, you know what I mean. The, yeah, the side smash is really powerful, but you really have to have a good read to be able to use it. You have to get the enemy in a pretty good position for that. He just barely got over my side smash for that there. Because the side smash doesn't come out that fast, really. Which makes sense. With the recovery from the Piranha Plant is pretty good. Well, it gives you a lot of, yeah, upwards movement. You can recover really high. But otherwise, it's kind of floaty to control, and it doesn't really do that much damage. You can combo, you can end combos really well with that, like send the enemy actually up off the stage. But yeah, those combos are pretty difficult, and the combos are made even more difficult by the fact that the recovery actually has the hitboxes extend after a few seconds. Like at the beginning, the hitbox is actually really small. You can only hit the enemy when they're right next to you, and then the hitbox extend. Then you see like white parts around the leaves appear. Yeah, so far I think I left those matches just completely in. I will edit some though. Yeah, I actually countered all the attacks there. It was actually really cool. I don't know how I even did that. I counter attacks rarely. I started to try it a bit more and to like do the recovery when you smack on the ground and then shield, that you just stand up again immediately. I'm still trying to get used to that. Yeah, the spike ball is quite difficult to time as edge guarding often when the enemy is already like comes from an angle where you can't hit them until they're on the edge. If the enemy has to time it correctly, that they use the invincibility frames just to, yeah, just to stall me out, and then jump over the spike ball or jump over my attack, which they actually often manage on this level here. I'm at GSP 3 million, I believe, with Piranha Plant. My highest is with Crom. It's like at 3,500,000, I think. It was an elite smash, but not anymore. Standards raised, apparently. Yeah, as I said, the recovery is only really useful if you have a really good combo to actually send the enemy quite high already, and then use it to send them off the top of the stage. The end of the stage, like the top of the stage, varies between stages, so on some stages it might be really difficult to pull it off. On some stages easier. Another thing that's really cool is, I'm not sure when you're gonna see an example of that, so I'm just gonna talk about it now. Is the Poison Cloud from the Piranha Plant. This is one of the matches, Piranha Plant versus Piranha Plant. This should be fun. I can also talk about the jab real quick. The jab is actually really powerful. You have two types of the jab. You have like a simple one that just does a 3-hit combo, and then you can mash the and then there's the one where you mash the A button and just do that. You always drift a little bit back while doing that, while the enemy also drifts a bit to the other side, I think. So you have to time it correctly so that the enemy doesn't get a chance to block the last hit, the most powerful hit. Yeah, so the Poison Cloud from the Piranha Plant actually can disguise you. You can like hide behind it, and you can then charge the down special with that, like to yeah, retreat into the pot and tip over, and the enemy can't actually see that, and then you can just surprise them by shooting out of the Poison Cloud. But that is a pretty known thing already, so it's actually sometimes better if you just don't do that intentionally, because the enemy thinks you're gonna do that. Yeah, I shielded for too long inside the Poison Cloud, and he almost messed it up because he waited, but then I just stupidly did the Poison Cloud and even in the wrong direction instead of shielding. And the kill just now was actually also pretty cool, because you saw an example there of the extended hitbox when you do the down special. Yeah, as I did there as well, because as I just mentioned, often the enemy actually, there he also tried to do it, often the enemy actually already expects you to do the down special inside the poison cloud, because it's such a known thing already. So I just usually go inside the poison cloud and then just grab the opponent. Just run, sprint out of it and grab the opponent, because they don't expect that really. It's not really perfect counter, I guess, because the enemy will often try to go a little bit back. They either try to run directly at you in the poison cloud and just hit you while you're still charging the thing, or they're gonna try to go back and just let you do the thing and then smack you in the face. So they try to attack you anyways, and attacking is the counter for grabbing. So yeah, but it still works out most of the time because they just don't expect it. The up throw can kill obviously there, but it's not really that much of a kill confirm. It's not, well, not kill confirm. You know what I mean? It's not really that good of a killing tool. The best killing tool from the Piranha Plant is probably the spike ball and the up smash and the side smash, but the side smash is kind of difficult to get, so it's mainly the spike ball and the up smash. That was actually accidentally. I sometimes accidentally use the recovery, the up special. Yeah, that was that's also kind of good of a mix-up when you do the up smash and then change it up by doing the down smash, down special. I mean, and just tilt a little bit. The down special, once you have tilted the pot, it's just falling. You can't like adjust it again. You can't stop it. You can't pull it back into the other direction. You just have to go with it. So you really have to time it well, which is quite difficult because as physics work, once it takes a bit to start falling, and then when it actually started falling, it just gets faster. So it's not really that consistent, and therefore quite difficult to time correctly, but it's just a bit of practice. What he tried there, I try quite often as well, to get a weight of stage with the spike ball to have it come down to you again, so you can launch it even further. But most of the time it doesn't work out, because it takes just too long. Another thing to note, as I hit him with the spike ball there earlier when he did the recovery, the recovery is really vulnerable from the Piranha Plant. You can hit the Piranha Plant easily from the top during the recovery and just, yeah, get a lot of damage and maybe even the kill. The Piranha Plant is quite easy to edge guard when in the recovery. Otherwise, the Piranha Plant has quite the good mix-ups with the spike ball and with the poison cloud and with the down special. Yeah, he got me first there. Which is also, it's also really funny if both Piranha Plants use the down special, and then one of them, yeah, uses it too early and doesn't actually reach the other one, and then you can use it on the down special from the other, yeah, from the enemy. There you did it again behind the poison cloud. Too predictable. So then you actually use the extended hitbox against them. Use the spike ball there again. I can't really blame him for going over the edge, because most likely it wasn't intentional. It's quite difficult for some reason with the recovery of the Piranha Plant to grab the ledge when you're coming from kind of the side. When you're coming from right downwards, then it should work. Pretty consistent. But when you're coming like slightly from the side, it actually gets pretty difficult for some reason. Which is weird. Can be really annoying sometimes. Okay, yeah, another fight here against the same Piranha Plant dude. We both have the poison cloud charge at the beginning directly. Yeah, you saw it there again. He tried to kill me already with the yeah, very vulnerable recovery of mine. And he actually messed up his recovery. It's not infinite, but it is really good. As long as you get the right angle, you should pretty much always be able to recover. Another thing to note, which is which can be really useful if you're playing as Piranha Plant, or really annoying when you're playing against Piranha Plant. If you try to use the spike ball against the enemy, but the enemy runs towards you and hits you while you're trying to still like want to have it go down a bit further so you can launch it further, then the spike ball actually falls down anyway, and because you can't catch it anymore. If you usually just let the spike ball fall, you just swallowed it again, so then it's just gone. But if you get hit, away, then the spike ball still falls down, and you can still hit the enemy and deal a lot of damage. So, like, sometimes when you play against a Piranha Plant player who doesn't really know what they're doing, they can just have luck and hit you with the spike ball all the time when you hit them. There, that's what I meant. He used the down special too early and didn't actually reach me, and then I used mine on his down special. I was lucky there, by the way, also that the spike ball didn't hit me after I hit him away. Another thing to note with the Piranha Plant is the short hop aerials are not really useful at all, except if you're doing the neutral air, which is kind of difficult to get with short hop while also going towards the enemy, because you have to not press in a direction to use it, but you also have to have the forward momentum. It's doable, but difficult. And often you'll mess it up and accidentally do the actual side aerial, which has too much lag, and you will likely get punished. Otherwise, the up aerial is also pretty good. That's probably your other best option, but it's really, really difficult, if even possible, to hit smaller enemies with that. Even like mediocrely large characters like Piranha Plant are quite difficult to hit with that. We used it simultaneously there, but I triggered it first. Yeah, you saw there how I actually used the down aerial. And so, of course, even if it's not that good of an down aerial, it's still useful when you need a down aerial. And you can combo that into the neutral aerial, as I did there, and then combo more stuff into it. I don't know which spike ball hit me there, but we both used the spike ball where I was off stage, he was on stage, and the spike balls actually hit each other, and one of them launched back at me. It hit me. No, it's really close. We're both at approximately... okay, now I'm higher. But both approximately at 120% now. Okay, 130. We both have only one life left. Really even match, actually. I can't remember if I actually intended to hit him with the up special, with the recovery, or if I just wanted to grab the ledge. Oh, yeah, I should have punished him there, but I didn't time the spike ball correctly. And he got too greedy and tried to use the side smash, and I just grabbed him and killed him. That's the thing with the side smash. What I mentioned earlier, you have to really be sure to have read the enemy correctly, because otherwise it's really easy to punish. And painful to get punished. Okay, so now we're playing against Roy. I think this... oh no, that wasn't him. I was playing against another Roy as well, who was really, really, really good and just annihilated me completely. I don't think I have to replay safe though. But yeah, this was another Roy. I think this one just counted a lot. Spike balls are OP. Really though, the spike ball is the best attack from the Piranha Plant, I think. I mean, it can do so many things. It can deflect projectiles. Whoops. What? How do I fix the camera? Crap. Use the camera. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, it can deflect projectiles. It can do a lot of damage. You can change the height and distance that you throw it. You can. It still falls down when you get backed away, so the enemy can actually get hit when they hit you. And you can edge guard really well with that because it bounces as well, and it's just super good. It also comes out really fast. the best things to poke below platforms are probably, like, the fastest option is of course just the up tilt. But the best option is probably the up smash. You can also use the spike ball, but I have to admit I haven't really tried it that often. But yeah, I think the up smash and the up tilt are a bit better for poking below through platforms. You can also use the down special for that, but yeah, no, that's just a mix-up. Not really that good for poking. Now that I saw it again, I think the spike ball is actually really good for poking below through platforms as well. Don't know why I haven't tried that yet. Maybe I've been making a mistake. You can also just, as I did there as well, when he dodges the spike ball, you can just send it after him, and he just lands on it anyway. And then you can combo that again. He just hit the edge with the carbon roller there. The carbon roller is really not that good against Piranha Plant. Because, you say carbon roller because I always play carbon roller in Splatoon. It's just a splat roller, there we go. Yeah, because the Piranha Plant can just use a spike ball and then the Inkling just runs into it, or can use a poison cloud and jump out of the way or something like that. Okay, this is another sudden death. Is this the one? Yeah. He just there's always the go thing that blocks the screen, and often the enemy will try to actually use that as cover to sneakily hit you already. But I knew he was gonna do that, so I just retreated into my pod with the down special, and so he hit me first, but I didn't get any knockback. So he didn't kill me with that. And then I hit him with it because he was right in front of me. So yeah, it's actually a really good trick. Piranha Plant is probably one of the best characters for sudden death, because if the enemy tries to rush towards you in sudden death, they're dead. Basically, if you time it correctly, they're just like 90% dead. And people try that often because of the go thing blocking the screen, which is really annoying ability. It's gotten worse in this game, but okay, it's fine. Not really that much of a deal. Just for the first few seconds delivery. Oh yeah, another thing here to know, important to know, is that the poison cloud can actually be reflected by the reflecting thing from Falco, for example, and then it actually does damage to me and goes very slowly in the other direction. Which got me at one point as well when I was off the edge, I think. Because I didn't think about it. And it's kind of hard to realize because the poison cloud is moving so slow. So sometimes you don't really know if it's actually reflected or not. Like there, I just ran right into it because I didn't actually notice that it was reflected. You just have to like watch the poison cloud if it moves in your direction. Very slowly. Which you often don't really have the time for. I've been juggling Falco here a little bit. As I said, the up air is actually pretty good from Piranha Plant. You can actually juggle quite well from that with that, because it comes out quite quickly, and it has a decent range, decent hitbox. Okay, he timed that really well. Got me right on the edge, and I didn't have my invincibility anymore. If you didn't know, the first time you hang on the edge, the ledge, you have invincibility frames, but the second time, like if you jump off and without recovering on the stage and then jump on the ledge again, then you don't have invincibility anymore. So then you can just be hit basically directly. I think they're like 2 invincibility frames or something. I don't know. Maybe just none. Ah yeah, that was a pretty good trade. It's again when you get hit, the spike ball still flies towards them. And perfect edge guard. Yeah, I think I remember this Ike being playing really aggressively. Yeah, but his side special is, especially his side special, was really easy to read and just, yeah, counter. And there again, he countered my spike ball. You shouldn't do that. If you're playing against Piranha Plant, don't counter the spike ball. It's not gonna end well for you. And he did it again. As I said, don't counter the spike ball. It won't end well for you again. And there I actually did it. I used the spike ball to poke through the platform. And it did actually work pretty well. There you go. Have the confirmation. And he did it again. And he's dead. He did it way too often, he just didn't learn. You would think he would have learned by now, after the, like, 7th time. But nope. And the spike ball was really good there as well, because he used his down smash, but the spike ball just remained in his center and actually didn't get knocked away or anything. It just stayed there until he was finished with his attack, and he got hit. And he's dead. And there I actually used the side smash again. He used his attack and I knew he was still in the lag and I just grabbed it. Yeah, well, you probably will never really want to charge the side special with Piranha Plant, except if the enemy has is like in the shield stun with when the shield is broken, and obviously you have time. But otherwise, you probably will never want to charge the side special. The dash attack from the Piranha Plant is, yeah, it's okay, it's decent. The range is pretty good, I'd say. Yeah, like that. And I won. Still 2 stocks and just 77% damage. Okay, 78. Rounding up. Take that, Mario! I wasn't playing against Mario, but still take that. I suppose I was fighting with the other Piranha Plant over who will get the honor to kill Mario. And I won, so I got the honor to bite Mario in the ass. And yeah, that's also pretty good. You can also use the side smash when you like force the enemy into the spot before you. Obviously, you can like use the spike ball, and they intentionally try to dodge the spike ball and land in front of you, and then you just instantly use a smash attack, and they can't really do anything because they didn't quite expect that most of the time. And there we go again. He again used the backslash to not fall into the spike ball, and then he landed right over me. And I just used the up smash. Oh gosh, is this? Oh no, is this the match? Playing against Kirby on this stage? Ooh, yeah, I think this is the match. Is it? If this is the match, then this was the most annoying match I have ever played. The most annoying Kirby player ever. Yes, this was indeed the match. I was actually pretty salty after this, during this, and after this. Because look at him, that's not skill. He's just spamming. And it actually works really well against Piranha Plant. Kirby is actually a really good counter against Piranha Plant, I think. I kind of have the feeling. Even when he steals the spike ball from Piranha Plant, which is basically Piranha Plant's best attack. At this point, I was just trying to shield because he hasn't grabbed even a single time yet. So because he was so predictable, I just tried to, yeah, counter that. Just shield and grab him. But it didn't really work out that well because it was kind of difficult to time everything correctly. Because they was just spamming the attacks the whole time. But really, dude, that's not skill. That's not a fun way to play. Mix up your attacks, dude. Mix up how you actually fight me. This is like the opposite of playing against a really good Shulk. Don't even know if you can call this a really good Kirby. I'd rather not call them that. Kirby is such a small hitbox as well, which makes it difficult for quite a few of Piranha Plant's attacks to hit him. And he just always hits me with those aerials, with short hops. Yeah, he tried to make use of my vulnerable recovery at the top, but I just intentionally chose a different angle because of that and just flew right against the side of the stage, so I can hit him with my leaves. Because when you change the angle, the Piranha Plant tilts like that, obviously, and then you can hit the opponent with the leaves. I mean, I have to give him credit that he actually managed to pull off all of his attacks constantly, but that's just way too constantly, dude. He didn't even grab me a single time. He just spams the same things over and over. And what got me really salty is that it actually worked. He didn't win by that much, but it's just it was really annoying. Okay, I'm usually not a bad loser. I usually just think when I'm playing against someone who's really good, I just think, wow, dude, okay, wow, respect, he really knows what he's doing. Especially if I'm playing like against really good Shulk or like the really good Roy that I also played against. I don't know why I didn't save that replay. But this just really annoyed me. Which I haven't really felt in any match so far. Okay, so now I'm at 143% and he's at 88. It's, as I said, actually pretty close. He's like almost at kill percent now for my stuff. Yeah, I shielded that and grabbed him again. That was actually kind of looking kind of good now, and then he just lamely killed me with the back air. Yeah, definitely the most annoying match. He didn't deserve that, really. Again, I have to give him credit for managing to pull off all of his attacks constantly, which isn't all that easy either. But it's really not a fun playstyle to play against. Okay, but now that we got past that, now we're fighting against Lucas. Lucas can be quite annoying as well, but by far not as annoying as Kirby. Oh yeah, this was with items. I didn't set items, this was just from his settings. Yeah, this was actually the first time I used my my special. How do you call it again? I think. Oh yeah, this is also a stamina battle, which I only realized at this point as well. He's at 2%, 2 HP, and I'm at 7. But yeah, this was actually the first time I used my special ultimate attack, whatever. Forgot how you call it. And I didn't really know what was going on. Still to this day, the first time and only time I used it. So I still don't really know how that works. Okay, now he got a helper trophy as well, and I'm at 17 HP, and he's at 52. So at this point, I was just trying to be really careful. I killed the helper trophy with the bomb. Okay, now it was at 9 HP, so now I had to be really careful. Basically, any of his, yeah, more powerful attacks would kill me. Got 2 spike balls on him. I was still playing really safely, and now he got the baseball, and I was really scared because I barely ever managed to escape this baseball. But I actually managed to escape it there. And then he actually uses it again. And I managed to barely straight past it again. And now I have 1 HP. And he has 4. And I actually hit him with that little smoke ball. I was so tense. And he probably rage quitted afterwards, so I can't remember if he left the match. Probably yes. Super close. Sometimes it's you really have to play extremely careful and just yeah, launch spike bots at them from off stage. Oh yeah, right here I intentionally didn't shoot the spike ball, but just dropped down and let the spike ball fall on him because he was so close to the edge. That's also sometimes a good thing, but you also make yourself very vulnerable. The good thing about that is just that the enemy doesn't expect that at all. So if you're lucky, they just stand there and take the hit. It actually happened to me quite a few times. So it is actually an option. Just maybe not the safest one. Another thing with when you're playing against someone like this Inkling here, who's just constantly trying to keep his distance. As Piranha Plant, you don't really want to try to poke from the distance that much with your down special and with the spike ball. You actually kind of want to get in there, but you also want to try to stay on the ground as much as possible, because the aerials aren't really that good from Piranha Plant and have too much lag. And the enemy, yeah, expects you. So that was actually a pretty good combo there. So you kind of have to try to dodge and shield a lot, and try to get close to them that way. And if they try to jump over you, if you got them to the corner, then you try to use the spike ball. You can also use the poison cloud for cover. Yeah, and now we're on the green screen stage. But I think I'm actually gonna leave this here. Good moment. Yeah, as you saw there as well, actually, wait, they're 2D? In the stage they're 2D? Wait, what? I did not know that. Anyway. Wow, you really don't see that from the front. What the fuck? I am fascinated. Okay, that threw me way off track. What did I want to say? I have no idea. Oh yeah, no, know what I wanted to say. Even though the forwards and backwards airs have quite a bit of lag, quite a bit of charge up, they and don't do that much damage. They also don't even have a lot of range. So like, they barely have any range at all. So it's really difficult to actually do anything significant with them. Yeah, but I think you really don't see that they're 2D from the front. Wow, I'm fascinated. Look at that. Huh. Like 3D models rendered in 2D. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave this here, I think, while I munch Lucina up. Yes, tasty human. Let's see how many other matches there would have been. We are fighting against Lucina. Oh, over here. Okay, quite a few actually, wow. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this video. We're gonna leave it at this. I did not expect these replays to turn into an hour so quickly. I mean, this doesn't look like an hour. Like 1 minute, you would not think, although we even just got to hear that it's already an hour. But okay, I'm sorry that it's so long, the video. Obviously I will edit it, but it would only be just at like 45 minutes. So it's still pretty long. But I did explain quite a lot about what I experienced with the Piranha Plant, playing as Piranha Plant, fighting against the Piranha Plant. And I hope those tips were actually useful to you in some way, at least. I can really just encourage you to play as Piranha Plant yourself, if you have access to it, because it's really fun to play as Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant, I feel like, has a lot of really creative ways to mix up the gameplay, which is also why it's so fun to play against the Piranha Plant. And the Piranha Plant has also a lot of potential, I think, for some really strong combos, really strong gameplay. You do kind of have to stay grounded a lot of the time, because your aerials are so bad, most of them, and you don't really have that many options in the air. But I think that's actually pretty cool, because it makes sense for a plant to stay on the ground, to play better on the ground. And I really don't have anything against that. I do realize that I'm not in the air as much as I am with other characters, but I'm fine with that, because, as I said, the Piranha Plant has a lot of options on the ground, and it can mix up the gameplay really well anyways. So, yeah, the Piranha Plant's strongest attacks are probably the Spike Ball and the Poison Cloud, because the Spike Ball can just do loads of things and does tons of damage, and the Poison Cloud just does tons of damage as well. And both can kind of force the opponent to go a specific path, and then you can read the path and just smack them in the face with your side smash or up smash, maybe, if you can manage to run right next to them, or if you dare to run right next to them and try the up smash. Yeah, the up throw is what I usually use, but if you want to be really good with the Piranha Plant, you should probably do the down throw and then learn how to combo stuff out of that. The Spike Ball is a good thing to include in combos every time, because it just does so much damage and comes out really fast, actually. Yeah, another thing about the Piranha Plant is when you play at a not that professional level, you can do a lot of things, like especially with the down special from the Piranha Plant, where you can mix up your gameplay and like kind of confuse the enemy and lure them into your attacks. At the professional level, such things are pretty risky and probably won't work most of the time. But at a bit of a lower level, you can do a lot of things with the Piranha Plant that are a bit more unconventional and risky, but you still can work out pretty well. Yeah. And that, I think, pretty much does it for the Piranha Plant. All the, more detailed explanations I talked about in during the actual replays. So, yeah, as I said, I really can encourage you to play as the Piranha Plant. It's really fun, one of my new mains, along with Crom and Cloud. And, yeah. So I apologize for the video being quite long and for my many and yes. I really can't do anything about any of those factors. I am trying my best, okay? But yeah, that does it for this video, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and I will see you in the next one. Bye!